Hey there, friends. So I wanted to pop on before we get into the video because I just wanted to let you guys know that I am thinking of every one of you out there, and it is just so gut-wrenching what we're going through right now. But at the same time, it makes me question, like, if the planet does this occasionally to make us stop and really think about life, take things slower, enjoy the time we have with our loved ones, enjoy what we already have around us. These things are often neglected and taken for granted because life is just so incredibly busy. So no matter how anxious and kind of depressed I've been feeling and overwhelmed, just like everyone else, I've been trying to look at it as kind of a positive in a way. It sounds horrible to say that because there's so many families who are, losing loved ones and going through so much right now. But I'm trying to look at it in a more positive way to tell myself it's okay to slow down. And I think this is something that we really all need to take from it because, again, life can just be so incredibly overwhelming and pass us by so quickly. So I hope you guys are taking that opportunity to get off of your phones, get off of the computer, grab a book, read, sit in silence. I mean, when's the last time you've just sat in silence? It's so refreshing, and that alone can calm the mind and body tremendously. And these are things that I've been trying to practice myself. And I have to say, it's just been absolutely amazing. I have been off of work just for a few days now. I work in the medical field, and it's definitely hard hitting because I have my hands on people all day long, so I can't be in there. But I've been taking days of just complete rest from social media, going outside on a beautiful sunny day and taking my dog for a walk, listening to audiobooks. So take advantage of this time. That's all I'm saying, is take advantage of this time to slow down. Just be present. Be present with yourself, be present with your loved ones, and just stay strong. We're going to get through this. It's going to be probably a long road, but we'll get through this, and take advantage of that time that you have with your families at home and enjoy it as much as you can. But I'm thinking of you guys, and I hope you're all doing well. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It is Dominique from the Pixie Planner. So as you could see from the title of this video, I am going to be setting up my new Filofax with you guys. Now, I purchased the Saffiano Compact, the zip version, after seeing the Budget Mom showcase hers. It was quite a few months ago, and they have so many gorgeous colors to choose from, but I am very much a neutral kind of girl, so I think this is the fawn color. I will definitely leave the information down below for you, but it's just like a beautiful neutral brown, as you can tell. There is no black one, which I'm really surprised. I would expect black to be one of the first colors that they come out with. But yeah, so after seeing the Budget Mom talk about her cash envelope setup, which she uses in this particular Filofax, I was really intrigued, and I've tried a lot of versions of cash envelope systems. I did a while back my budget system that I was using for the budget workbook from the Budget Mom, and I had a wallet that was specifically made for the cash envelope system, and it didn't work out too well for me, but I wanted to give this a go because I am wanting to combine my wallet and planner, on-the-go planner, in one, and I think this might do the trick for me. So let's open her up. I'm sure you guys have already seen a lot of different videos out there talking about this particular planner. I'm going to just remove the, I'm getting ready to like just rip this out. I'm so used to cutting slits in my my dashboards and everything, so it's just easy to pop in and out that I was ready to just pull it right out. But so I'm just gonna pull that out so it's not this horrible glare the whole time. But I didn't really set this up yet. As you can tell, all I did was kind of remove the protective packaging that was on here. But it comes with one of the Filofax rulers. It has 6 of the dividers. You have some to-do sheets as well as some blank lined. Then they also provide, and I love that this is the white or the, it's not like stark, white, but it's not that cream colored, which I'm just not a fan of. But I love that they have this kind of white version of the weekly inserts. And so that's all it comes with is the weekly inserts. It has, again, some of the blank pages and then the dividers. So they have lots of card slots in this wallet. And I'm loving how much there is to work with in here. And because I'm kind of wanting to try this out as my on-the-go planner as well, I think this might be something really, really cool to work with. So this slides right out, which I think is a fantastic feature. So if you don't want the planner insert with you, you just have the wallet itself. You can stick your phone in there, checkbooks, whatever you want. So I love that it's kind of, like a transformer in a way. But I have no idea how I'm going to set this up. So let me just show you real quick what else I got. I have my wallet here because I'm going to be taking out my cards to put in there. And I'm just going to push this off to the side for a moment so I can show you. Again, sorry for the glare. But from Filofax, they also had a kind of buy 2 get 1 free deal for the inserts. So I got the finance insert. I have the yearly planner, which is one of those kind of pull out inserts. And then I have the month on 2 pages here, which, when I think about what I really need for on the go, it's going to be my monthly, my weekly pages, obviously some finance sheets since this is my wallet as well, and then some blank note pages. And so besides those inserts, I have a vision board that I made on Canva. And this just really goes with my why I'm taking my budgeting so seriously this year. Last year was my first year taking it seriously. But this year, I'm really going for it. So this is something that I'm going to just put in the very front of this planner. So that way it is the first thing I see, and I always keep that in the front of my mind. Then I have some dividers. This came from a woman on Instagram who does not make these anymore, so I'm not even gonna leave the information, but it came with 6 dividers, and I am only using 3 for the today. The bills and odds and ends will kind of be my note section. So I'm only using 3 from the 6 that I have. Then I just have some other cards on hand. Now, I wanted to mention real quick, if you are not familiar with the Budget Mom's cashless envelope system, she does have printables that you can purchase if you are a cashless spender. So I have tried doing cash spending. I have done, of course, my debits, and I have different accounts for food, for personal, for home. So these are some of the cashless envelopes that I have purchased and printed up from her shop. And I have them ready to go just in case the actual Filofax inserts don't work too well for me. So I've got these ready to go, and I do prefer using my debit card, keeping track of it. I've talked about my why beforehand. It it hasn't worked for me. I continue to try the cash envelope, and I will continue as well. But right now it's just not working for me, and that's all I can say. Now, since I'm not using the cash envelope, I just wanted to show you I do have my sinking funds in cash. So these are also from the Budget Moms shop. These are the tear-free, water-resistant, kind of indestructible envelopes that she sells in her shop, and they're absolutely amazing. So all of my sinking funds I do keep in these envelopes. So that's really the only cash that I keep on hand, really, within the house. So I store these. You can see I've already kind of punched the holes here. I store these in a separate Filofax that I keep at my desk. But as far as cash goes, this is really all I'm working with. So with all of that being said, for the rundown of what I'm going to be doing with this, I'm just going to jump right in and set her up. I have no idea how I want to set it up, but I figured I will go ahead and fast forward you through that, and then I will come back at the end and kind of talk a little bit about my setup. So let's get started. So here she is. Now, I was trying to figure out like what pen would work best. That's why you saw me kind of fumbling around with the pen there a little bit, but I think I kind of made it work. But the good thing is I have a lot of pens to choose from. So if it doesn't work, then I'll try another. But so this is my just simple basic setup so far. This is going to change, of course, as I get used to this type of setup and start using it more. It's going to be breaking in more over time. I mean, unfortunately, I'm sorry that it was closing a little bit as I was setting this up. Ultimately, I probably should have just removed the rings and have, done all of that outside of the planner. But it is what it is. It's already done. But I'm kind of loving this so far. I really love having my vision board here. So I'll kind of chat through a little bit of my setup. Now the vision board to start off with. This year I am really honing in on my savings goals, because first off, my big goal is to purchase a car by the end of the year fully in cash, so that I no longer have a car payment. This would be the very first car that I would own without a car payment, and I'm so excited for that ability to, have that freedom of having more money to put towards savings, because I'm not nailed down to a car payment on top of so many other monthly payments. So new car's a big one. This sign that says freedom, kind of just what I was talking about, is, just gaining more freedom to use my money in other ways besides paying bills. So freedom to purchase what I want when I want, to not have to worry about that paycheck that is coming in a few days, or worry about whether or not I'm going to have enough money to buy something for my significant other, or for family, or to care for our pets, just to minimize the worry that can come with budgeting. And the way we use our money, of course, has a big say in that. So being smarter with my money, I want to gain a little bit more freedom within my life. I have this picture here of a timesheet, and the person is writing their times and is coming out to 10 hours a day. And I do work 10-hour days. And my goal is to be able to go down to working part-time. So this is kind of a reminder, like, hey, do you really want to continue working 10-hour days, or have a little bit more flexibility and freedom? And then travel is a big passion of mine. My husband and I love to do, we were doing one big trip a year for a little while there, but we've kind of tapered back, and now we're traveling within the United States and trying to do so cheaply. But travel is something that we want to continue doing always. So really love this vision board. And then on the back here, I just have a quote from Dave Ramsey. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Then we turn here to the first insert. This is one of those Filofax inserts I showed you. Now, what I plan on doing here is listing, well, obviously January, February is not in the picture anymore, but I am going to be listing out the bills and the amounts that I have for each month. So that way, when it comes to my monthly layout, I don't have to worry about taking up any more space. I can just have my appointments written in here. And if I do, I'm thinking if I want to keep track of what I've spent each day, then this section would be absolutely perfect for it. So for me to total up what it was that I spent, coming into my tracker there, and put that total here, so I have a view for the whole entire month of what I've, been spending my money on. So this is going to be great to have, just, again, to have all those bills in one place and the amounts. And then it's going to be easy for me to compare month to month how the bills are changing, the amounts, what bills I can maybe get rid of. So it's just going to be a great visual for me. And so as you saw, this is my month on 2 pages. And this is just where I'm going to be scratching down any events or appointments that I have coming up. This is not going to be a pretty planner. I'm wanting to really have something where I'm not worried about what pen I'm using, what sticker is going to go where. I just want to scratch something down and that be that. I want it to be nice and messy, if that is even possible. But this is all of the monthly pages. I am going to be putting like a little bit of a division between the monthly pages and the weekly just so I know where it's starting and stopping. It might be with just like a piece of vellum, or I'll just put a sticky tab there at the top. But then we go into my weekly, and of course with the weekly, I am just going to be jotting down those appointments and any, thing that I want to remember that's on my mind. It's just going to go all in here. Then we come into the bills and stuff. So this is going to be where I keep track of all of my expenses. So I do still roughly follow the Budget Moms method. So what I'm going to be doing is this is going to act as my cash envelope, even though I do the cashless method. So at the top here, I'm going to be writing out each category that I have. So what I like to do is I have, of course, a food section, a personal section, which can be, my spending for whatever I feel I want to purchase. That doesn't have to do with the home or my husband. There's going to be a section for pets. There's going to be a household section, so any cleaning supplies, if I need to buy new towels for the kitchen, anything like that. And then I am going to have a category section for gas, however often I fill up. And if I do want to add anything else, then I have plenty of sheets. And I'm trying to avoid that glare for you guys. I love how this is more of that horizontal layout, because I have a love-hate relationship with rings, and the rings just bother the hell out of me. So I love that, here I could just turn it on its side. I don't have to worry about it. Here, same thing. The ring just doesn't bother me the same way. So I was super intrigued when I saw this layout online to try this out. So that is what I have all in this section here. I will probably be adding more to this section as well, because I do like to keep track of, I keep a list of all my subscriptions, how often they renew, how much it is. A few things that I keep in my larger planner, my A5 Louis Vuitton is where I have my big kind of budget section. I want to put some of those same items in here because they're always good to have on hand no matter what. Then we get into the odds and ends, which is going to be just where I have some to-do sheets and then some spare note paper for any random notes that I want to jot down. So as far as the planner it goes, it's just what I have here, keeping it nice and simple. Then in this pocket here, I'm keeping all of my non-essential or important cards. So I've got like my, I have a couple of gift cards. I have a library card. So I'm keeping my, again, non-essential cards in there. Then we've got plenty of pocket space. I have some checks here, and I'm going to move them to that section there. So they're just held a little bit more snugly. So I just have some spare checks. Look at all the card slots here. I mean, I don't have enough to fill that up, but it's awesome to have. And then I have here another check that I'm just needing to deposit. I have some of my cash, and then this goes into more of my essential cards, my everyday use cards. And then I've got just a pen, and as you can see, the dividers, I was worried if they were going to be kind of pushing up on the edge there, and they don't seem to bother it at all. I did order some cloth and paper top dividers, though. They had awesome sale going on. So I'm going to see how those work when I get them in. But so far, there's plenty of room there. It's not bothering it, and it zips up very nicely. The pen isn't, bulging out against the zipper. It's a great size. It's not overly stuffed, and it has pretty much everything I need for on-the-go planning and for my wallet setup. So I'm really loving it so far. I will, of course, just need to use it a little bit more to see how it really flows with everything I'm wanting it to do. but I will most likely give you guys an update. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll give an update and show you the full setup again, because as I mentioned, I will be tweaking things and adding and removing things, so it will change a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below, and I love to hear from you guys. So please don't be shy. Leave me any questions, comments you'd like down below, and I appreciate you all so very much. I'll see you again soon in my next video. Bye.